Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Barbara, and I wanted to hop on today and share my face of the day, and also talk to you a little bit about makeup. I think that if you're anything like me, you've got a collection of makeup, probably more makeup than you could use realistically in a year. And a lot of my collection has come from all of the lovely ladies I watch and men on YouTube, their suggestions for things that I thought I needed or I really did need. But at some point, I think I just started buying too many items. And I know I am now in the same camp as ladies like Elle and Kristen from Miss Kristen, that we don't need to constantly buy makeup, and I'm trying to use up as much as I have, only repurchasing the essentials in skincare and makeup as I work through them. Having said that, I went into my many palette collection today and decided on working with Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette, which is an oldie but a goodie. I bought this I think 2 or 3 years ago. And I just created a nice day look with a little bit of drama, very little, but some subtle look to it. I used 3 shades from this palette. I used, make sure I have the names right. Skimp all over the lower mobile lid. Blackout, which is a beautiful taupey charcoal. And I mixed Blackout with a little bit of Harajuku in my crease line and concentrated the Blackout in my 7 and down into my lower eyelash line, just on the outer quarter. That's all I did. I blended it in, and then I took Wet n Wild Brulee, which very inexpensive, bright flesh, light colored flesh tone. I used that to clean up and blend if I thought that I applied any of the color too dark in the crease line. And that was what I did. For liner, I used Estee Lauder Double Wear in Coffee, which is a dark, rich brown in a matte shade. I lined the top of my lid, and then just as I got to about 1/8 of an inch shy of the edge, the outer corner of my eye, I flicked up the liner and then blended it with the pencil brush. And the technique I used to apply my makeup wasn't so much about precision and perfection as it was getting it in the right ballpark, spending a few minutes to blend, and then cleaning up whatever didn't look like it belonged. I find that blending hides a multitude of sins. It is very quick, and that way if your eyeliner isn't so precise, I wasn't using liquid liner, I wasn't looking for a harsh look, harsh line. I just wanted something soft and sort of enhancing for the overall look and to thicken up my lash base. I think it achieved that. Speaking of lashes, I used IT Cosmetics Superhero, which I love. It's thickening and lengthening without clumping. I just wish I knew how to take this off at night more easily. If you have any suggestions, let me know. So that's what I did. So getting back to my point of today's video, I don't think you need to spend a lot of money. If you look through your palettes, or if you have sets of small palettes of 3 or 4 shades, or if you have a bunch of singles, you can probably start grouping things together and come up with new looks. Maybe echoing or being inspired by the looks you're seeing that are trending right now, if you're into that, or just looks you want to put together. You may not need to go shopping for another shadow for a long time. And just because a company may say that their eyeshadow expires in 2 years or 1 year from the date of purchase, if it hasn't turned, if it doesn't smell bad, if the consistency hasn't changed, if the performance hasn't changed, the powder shadow, blush, or foundation is probably fine. With liquids, as far as cream concealers, liquid foundations and that, again, it's the same thing. If they haven't separated, if the consistency is the same, if there's no off odor, it's probably fine. Things like mascara or eyeliner that you put on your inner waterline, those sorts of things you want to change every 3 months or so. That's true just because you don't want to have any cross-contamination of bacteria getting into your eye. So that's it. The same with lipsticks. If the consistency is still the way it always had been, if it smells fine, if it wears the same, I don't think you need to throw it out. Having said that, I'm not representing any one manufacturer. You should do what's right for you. I'm just telling you what I do that's right for me. I spend a lot of money on these things, and I want to get my money's worth. So that's all I have to say about that. getting back to my look, my foundation is It CC Cream in Light. I have a lot of peeling and irritation still from the Retin-A, so I had to really be careful. I applied it basically as I would a moisturizer. I did about a pump and a half into the palm of my hand or into my fingertips, rubbed them together, and then gently kind of pressed it into the skin. For blush, I used Benefit Rockateur, which is a beautiful rosy with a little bit of shimmer to it. I used Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil as a contour, and I concentrated my contour working behind the apple, on the cheekbone, and just below. I didn't go too far down, and I really made sure to blend it up into my hairline. With the blush, I worked on the back half of the apple of my cheek into my hairline. I kind of kept everything sort of back. That's about it. For my lip liner, I used Wet n Wild Brandywine. It's very inexpensive. It costs about $1. I lined my lips, slightly overlining, and then filled in the outer edges and left the centers open. And then followed with L'Oreal Infallible 8-Hour Lip Gloss, 505, which is a beautiful rosy pink. Did a layer of that, and voila, I'm done for the day. I hope you liked today's video and my message, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.